hand it to them.
Well, you know, you say they're a little crazy, and well, they are, but it does provide some really critical information. They put those instruments out there,
Yeah.
and we try to predict where those tornadoes are going to go. So it's very
Absolutely.
important stuff. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at House, where we're not looking at any severe weather here in the state, which is certainly some good news, but we do have a few high clouds over the northern mountains, and so far, pretty nice day with the temperatures not too hot, but the temperatures will be ramping up throughout the afternoon, as will the winds. We're also looking at a few of those high clouds in the metro area this afternoon. 76 degrees the current temperature with the southwest wind at 3 miles per hour. We're in the 70s across the northern mountains, even still in the upper 60s for Durango, 69 degrees there, 73 in Farmington, 74 in Grants. Down to the south and east, we're already starting to crank up the heat. We're at 92 degrees in Tucumcari, 87 in Clovis, 90 in Roswell, and 87 in Carlsbad. We were looking at triple-digit heat in the southeast yesterday, and we may get close to it once again this afternoon. Winds now starting to pick up a little bit in a few locations as we move into the afternoon hours. At 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Las Vegas, 25 in Raton, 25 also for Grants. Down to the south, also seeing some gusty winds in a few locations, 32 in Ruidoso and 23 over in Hobbs. And we'll continue to see the winds ramp up some throughout the afternoon. It will be a breezy afternoon, very much like the day that we saw yesterday. And it's not that we're going to see any terribly high winds, but it will be consistent across much of the state throughout the afternoon hours. Then into tomorrow, we will start to see those winds ramp up even more than what we'll see through this afternoon. You'll notice a few pockets of yellow here showing winds between 30 and 50 miles per hour. And we will see some of those gusts even a little bit higher than that at times throughout the afternoon hours. And then we start to see those winds come down once again through the overnight tomorrow night. And we'll look for maybe another round of wind into Thursday as well. We're looking at mostly sunny skies across a good portion of the state. A few clouds now starting to move into the Four Corners, and that is part of the storm system, which will be moving toward the state. But unfortunately, a lot of this precip that you're seeing will be missing us to the north. We could get a couple of spot showers in the northern mountains and into the Four Corners, but most of us staying dry and breezy throughout the afternoon. It's going to be hot once again into the southeast. Then into tomorrow, we'll be looking at those winds ramping up just a little bit more. We'll go windy, and it will be warm throughout much of the state, although we'll hold on to the heat across the southeastern corner of the state. Then by Thursday, that storm system starts to depart, will dry out. The wind will continue and the heat will as well. But the good news is on the back end of this storm, we will watch for a cold front to drop in, and that's going to help take some of the edge off the heat, especially for the eastern part of the state. Here's a look at southern Colorado, where highs today will be in the 70s with a couple of spot storms. We'll hold into a chance of some spot storms for Wednesday, and then more sunshine and a little bit warmer to end the week. Over the northwest, spot storms possible here as well. Winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour. Cooler for Wednesday with spot storms continuing, and then warmer and drier for the end of the work week. Over the southwest, sunny and windy, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour, highs in the 80s and 90s. We'll be in the low 80s on Wednesday, and then back into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees to wrap up the work week. Over the southeast, another hot afternoon with highs in the upper 90s, winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour. We'll be in the upper 90s throughout the rest of the week, but look at the weekend. We're back into the 80s after that front moves through, and a few more clouds on the way as well. Over the northeast, partly cloudy skies, winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour. Temperatures into the 90s for a few locations. We'll be in the upper 70s for Las Vegas through the end of the week, and then only the low 70s by the weekend. Over the northern mountains, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour. We'll have spot storm chances over the next couple of days, then more sunshine and a little bit warmer for the end of the week. Over the east mountains, winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour, highs in the low 80s. In the metro, we'll top out in the mid to upper 80s with a mix of sun and clouds. A little bit more wind for your Wednesday with the clouds continuing, and then more sunshine, a little bit warmer to wrap up the work week before back in the low 80s just in time for the weekend.
All right, John, thank you.